200 kilometers east of the Philippines, a scar cuts the seafloor. The Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth. The trench floor sits nearly 11,000 meters below the surface. That's deeper than Everest's height, by 2,000 meters. Drop Everest into the Mariana Trench, its peak stays buried under 2 kilometers of water. Challenger Deep, named after HMS Challenger, which measured it in 1875. They measured depth with rope, 10,000 meters of it. Modern instruments now measure the exact depth to within 1 meter. The trench floor is unlike anywhere else on our planet. The temperature, 1 to 4 degrees Celsius, just above freezing. The pressure is 1,086 bars, roughly 1,000 times atmospheric pressure at sea level. Imagine stacking 1,000 elephants on a single square meter of your body. It crushes most submarines within seconds. No sunlight reaches this depth. None. The only light, occasional flashes of bioluminescent organisms, rare, faint, local. The seafloor is soft mud, sediment built over millions of years. Marine snow falls above the mud, slow, silent, continuous. The nearest inhabited land is Guam, roughly 300 kilometers northeast. Ships pass overhead daily, most never knowing they're above Earth's deepest place. The Mariana Trench formed where the Pacific Plate dives beneath the Philippine Sea Plate. The Pacific Plate is heavier. It sinks, buckling the seafloor down. The result, over tens of millions of years, is the trench. Not a canyon, not a valley. A scar in Earth's crust, actively forming now. This is where we're headed, into our planet's deepest dark. For centuries, the trench's bottom seemed unreachable. The Trieste Bath Escaf, built in the 1950s by the Piccards. Father designed it, son, Jacques, piloted it. On January 23, 1960, Piccard and Walsh descended in Trieste for nearly 5 hours. They reached 10,900 meters, the deepest known place on Earth. Walsh spotted what looked like a flatfish on the bottom, the first life ever seen at that depth. 20 minutes underwater, then they surfaced. For 52 years, no one else went. The Trieste retired, and no one had the will to build another. In 2012, James Cameron, director of Titanic, built his own sub, the Deep Sea Challenger. On March 26, 2012, Cameron reached Challenger Deep, solo, in 2 hours, 36 minutes. He was the first solo person to reach the bottom and film it. His footage revealed sea cucumbers, amphipods, life at Earth's deepest point. 3 hours on the bottom, longer than Piccard and Walsh, but still brief. Before Cameron, only 2 humans had ever reached Challenger Deep's bottom. Then in 2019, Victor Vescovo funded the 5 Deeps expedition. His goal, reach every ocean's deepest point using the limiting factor submersible. On May 1, 2019, Vescovo dove Challenger Deep again and again. That summer, he dove dozens of times, some to Challenger Deep itself. Kathy Sullivan, first American woman in space, became the first woman at Challenger Deep in 2020. Fewer humans have reached Challenger Deep than have walked on the moon. The Mariana Trench is one of the least visited places humans have ever reached. Since 2019, remotely operated vehicles have visited the trench far more than humans have. Cameras go down, take samples, come back up, and with every dive, we discover something new. The most surprising find wasn't a fish. It was a single-celled organism, a xenophyophore, one cell that can grow to 20 centimeters across. 20 centimeters, 2,000 times bigger than a human cell. It builds a protective casing called a test, like a tiny shell. Tiny grains of sediment, glued together with protein, its own mud shell. Xenophyophores thrive here, blanketing the trench floor. In the trench, amphipods grow from fingernail-sized to hand-sized. one deep hadal species, Aleishella gigantea, reaches 30 centimeters. These giants eat whatever falls: dead fish, whale carcasses, marine snow. Sea cucumbers, holothurians, are among the most common animals on the trench floor. They filter mud for nutrients, expel the rest. Slow, persistent, successful. The deepest fish ever found, in the Mariana Trench, is a snail. In 2017, a gel-like, translucent snail fish was filmed at 8,178 meters deep. No swim bladder, pressure would crush it. The snail fish adapted. Its body has TMAO, keeping proteins folded under crushing pressure. Scientists thought fish couldn't survive below 8,000 meters. The snail fish proved them wrong. Below the snail fish, in the deepest sediments, are microbes, hundreds to thousands of microbial cells per milliliter, sparse but alive. In 2015, researchers sequenced Challenger deep microbes, published in PNAS. Unique microbes lurked below. Some genetic sequences matched nothing ever recorded. New species living in the sediment of Earth's deepest point. Microbes, amphipods, sea cucumbers, snailfish, xenophyophores. A full food web. It is a working ecosystem, sparse but complete. Life at Earth's deepest point isn't a struggle, it's a specialization. Not just what lives at the trench floor, but how. At sea level pressure, cells work normally. Proteins fold, membranes flex, enzymes catalyze. At trench pressure, your cells would fail, proteins misfolding, membranes stiffening, enzymes collapsing. So organisms evolved differently down there, called piezophiles, pressure lovers. Azophile membranes pack more polyunsaturated fats, staying flexible under crushing pressure. Their proteins lack the amino acids that make normal proteins collapse. Deep-sea animals use TMAO to keep proteins stable under crushing pressure. Deeper fish pack more TMAO. Snailfish at 8,000 meters hold record concentrations. Pressure's conquered, but life needs energy. No sunlight reaches the trench. Most life on Earth runs on sunlight. Plants, algae, then everything else. Some life runs on chemistry instead of light. Chemosynthesis. Cold seeps leak methane and hydrogen sulfide from the sediments below. Cutting bacteria and archaea harvest energy from chemicals. No sunlight needed. Chemosynthetic microbes anchor the trench food web, converting chemicals into biomass. Amphipods eat microbial mats. Sea cucumbers filter microbe-rich sediment. Snailfish eat amphipods, energy from seafloor methane ending in the deepest fish alive. A complete ecosystem, not powered by sunlight, but by chemistry. This principle could operate on other worlds. Europa hides an ocean, twice Earth's seas, beneath Jupiter's moon. Enceladus, Saturn's moon, shoots water plumes from its icy surface. Seafloor chemosynthesis could power life there, no sunlight needed. The Mariana Trench mirrors what those alien worlds might be like. Astrobiologists study the trench, a blueprint for finding life on Europa, Enceladus, and dark alien oceans. Earth's deepest point reveals how life might exist anywhere. We've mapped less than 20% of the ocean floor. General maps exist, but detailed submersible-scale maps cover only a fraction. Even the Mariana Trench isn't fully mapped. Some areas remain unseen. Every expedition finds new species, new microbes, behaviors nobody had seen. Between a few hundred and 2,000 new marine species are described every year, many from deep sea and hadal environments. The catalog of trench species is still being written, right now. Better submersibles are being built, autonomous drones that can spend weeks at hadal depth. New expeditions are planned to Mariana, Tonga, Puerto Rico. There are many hadal trenches on our planet. Mariana is only the deepest. But trenches aren't the only extreme where life persists. There's another place, complete isolation, complete darkness, for 15 million years. Not in a trench, under ice. Beneath 4 kilometers of solid Antarctic ice, hidden under a continent-sized frozen mass, there is a lake. It's called Lake Vostok, named after the Soviet station above it. Larger than Lake Ontario, deeper than the Mariana Trench, isolated for 15 million years. Sealed off from atmosphere, sunlight, and surface water. Lake Vostok's water stays liquid, colder than freezing, held by pressure. In 2013, Russian scientists drilled through the ice, carefully avoiding contamination. They found water, bacterial DNA, alive, adapted, some unclassifiable. Life, isolated for millions of years, adapting to no light, no air. Lake Vostok mirrors Europa, Earth's best analog for icy moons, hiding subsurface oceans. Earth's extremes reveal what alien worlds might hide. Next episode, Antarctica's sealed ocean, where water defies our rules.